Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Book and Bujo, where I talk about all things books, bullet journals, and stationery. Today I'm going over my thoughts on the book Quiet Thunder by J.P. Harker. This book was kindly given to me by the author for an honest review, and after reading the prologue, I was like, yes, please, I would love to read more. I love that we start out with a prologue from the antagonist's perspective, who is Randon, and he is a Syrian and the son of a chieftain. Randon is part of a group of warriors that is led by Baelor, who is also known as Blackhound, and they are fighting for the lands of Lurie that have been under Gaian rule. Randon's wife from an arranged marriage is Struna, and his sister Kayla both fight by his side. Our other main character is Carrion, and she is a Lurian that is living in Katuvan. The Katuvani have also been under Gaian rule for generations and have transitioned from more of a warrior people to more merchants and farmers. And Carrion seems quite sensible and is learning to be a steward for her father Berwin. Lydian, Carrion's older sister, will inherit the family estate, both the house and the fields, while Carrion, as the steward, would then run it. Lydian definitely prefers boys' clothes and primping to actual book learning. She has no interest in the day-to-day operations of the estate. There are multiple deities for each of the different nations, although there are some that seem to overlap between them, and most Gaians and even some Lurians wear amulets to draw the eye of the gods to them. I do enjoy Carrion's perspective, and I love how realistic she is. It's fun to hear her thoughts as she is doing what she considers mundane tasks, like having to spin wool, which of course is needed to make clothing, blankets, good, useful household objects. But she would much rather be doing something a lot more active and less mind-numbing, like working the accounts for the estate. One thing that feels a little foreboding in the first couple of chapters is that everyone seems very complacent, thinking that the Gaians will protect them and they don't need to be able to protect themselves or ever want to rebel against Gaian rules because they protect them. The Katuvani do have one protector, though they seem more legendary than an actual person, and that is the Wildcat Queen. So on the other hand, the Syrians are a warrior people and have stayed a warrior people and want nothing more than to free everyone from Gaian rule, whether any of the other peoples around them want to be freed or not. Carrion and her family are in for a surprise as Randon's group comes their way as they are liberating people. Their lives will never be the same. So Quiet Thunder is a coming-of-age story with friendships, betrayal, and battles, and some characters are driven to find out how much can truly happen to them before they break or rise up to meet the challenge. And I love how realistic some of the responses to this are, that the unlikely hero isn't always good at being the hero. They aren't going to become these amazing warriors just because they've had one sword fighting lesson. Being a hero doesn't necessarily mean that you are good at everything all the time. And I do love the mental fortitude that some of the characters show as things happen to them. And sometimes how strong what you're fighting for is can make all the difference to your motivation and ability to stay strong during those tough times. Or on the other side, completely break. The world building is good. You have enough information to help you picture where they are, and the atmosphere was really immersive. The depiction of warrior groups and the merchant and farming groups, I think, was done really well. There isn't a really defined magic system, although you can be blessed by the gods, and that can give you extra sight, as in not like eyeball sight, but more of a sight into the future or what's going to happen. Strength and other qualities to aid you in battle. There are also some rituals involved in some of these gods that are a little interesting. So I feel like the first couple of chapters really set up the characters well. I never had any trouble figuring out who was who, what nation they belonged to, or what they were fighting for. And I really cared about what was happening to each of the characters, even the ones that you aren't supposed to root for necessarily. They were all that interesting. And they all made choices and reacted to situations in a way I think that was believable to their character and made sense for them, even though maybe what they chose may not have been what you would have chosen for them or what should have been chosen. And that's what makes it a little bit more realistic. But even the side characters were set up well and were intriguing. They helped to set up different scenarios as well as impact how our main characters were affected by what happened to them. And J.P. Harker is not here to baby his characters. He is not afraid to give them tough choices or put them in really hard situations, and I appreciated that. The writing style was easy to read, and I think it flowed really well. The battles are descriptive and intense and a bit dark. There are so many beautiful scenes as well, very heartwarming, showing fortitude and amazing character. And the pacing was good and felt right with the storyline. And there's definitely a clear plot. On the one side, they want everyone to be free of guy and rule, no matter the cost. They must win. And on the other side, they just will do what it takes to keep their family safe. And I couldn't wait to find out what would happen next. What choices would each character make, and how would it all turn out in the end? I thoroughly enjoyed this story from start to finish, gave it 4.5 stars, and I'm looking forward to reading more of J.P. Harker's work. And I do know he has the Kaladin Saga, I believe, which is a 3-book series that is based in the same world, just with different characters, and I think it's in a different time period as well. Thank you for joining me today, and please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any other review videos from me. Have you read Quiet Thunder or any of J.P. Harker's other books? I would love to find out. Let me know in the comments. And if you've made it to the end of the video, please leave a sword emoji in the comments to let me know you were here. Now I will see you in my next video. Bye!